I just thought we were more efficient offensively tonight. I thought the ball moved. We played to the third side, really executed well. Just running our stuff. After timeouts, we were really good out of huddles. We were good on our baseline out of bounds plays. Against a talented team. Those same players beat Florida State. The same team beat West Virginia. The same team's coming off a win against Memphis. That's a good team, and you can tell. Very talented team. Oceania, Austin, Dingle, those guys have been around and they know how to play, especially Dingle and Oceania. Good team. Hard to guard. But, you know, our guys just a lot more efficient offensively. That was the key. We really worked hard this week on that, and it's good to get Devin back. I mean, he's really, we haven't had him since December 6th. I don't count South Florida because we were up 18 before he even got in the game, really. And so when you think this poor kid hasn't played since December the 6th, and he goes in tonight in an important game for us. He gets 9 points and 5 rebounds. And, you can see why we've missed him a lot. But, you know, it's not just his stats, but it's the toughness that he brings. And it also allows Chicken to rest. The Chicken's so much better player when he's playing 18, 20 minutes instead of 36 or 35. He's not that kind of player. He's not a high usage kind of guy. But, you know, we're going into an important stretch here. We've got a big game Wednesday, and good thing we've got a week off. So I just like the way we competed. Thought we rebounded the ball well. One of Rob's most efficient games. Spent a lot of time watching film with Rob this week. A lot of time watching film one-on-one with him. Get him to just be smarter, more efficient. Doc continues to be one of the better players in this conference. And the other guy is Kyle. You know, Kyle Meyer. Now he's had 2 games back-to-back where he's had 8 rebounds and 7 rebounds. So those were his best rebounding game since he's been here. Having Devin back will help all these guys on the boards because they're going to have to pay attention to him. And then the other thing was Galen Robinson. You know, Galen had a couple of silly turnovers, one toward the end, but I thought he was really good tonight. You know, once we get everybody back and we start improving, I'm really looking forward to the last month of the season.
Kelvin, on Thursday you had mentioned possibly the way you handled Devin's playing time, kind of maybe in spurts or monitored the minutes. 20, is that more than you thought he would play, or is it just going off the field?
Yeah, I only had one spurt that I thought I overplayed him in, and I told him that I called timeout. I asked him one time in the huddle, I think it was around the 5-minute mark, maybe 6-minute mark. I said, "Do you need a break?" At first he said no. And he said, "Yeah, just a little." And I said, I'll call timeout, you know, because we're resting now. Those timeouts tonight, I always time the timeouts, and tonight they're around 80 seconds. So with the 75 to 80 second timeout, that allows him to recover. You know, he's not in shape. The problem, if he had a bad shoulder, he could have still, ran. But when you got a bad foot, he has done no cardiovascular. You know, John Houston and Jason Russell, our trainer and our strength coach, has done an incredible job with Devin. But he's just going to have to, instead of working extra to get himself in shape, he's got to use the games to get himself in shape. But he was. I thought for a first game, I thought Devin was outstanding tonight.
Devin, how did it feel to almost 2 months to finally get out there and be able to play again?
I mean, it felt great to be out there with my team. Just that feeling of being able to play with the team, not have to sit on the bench and coach. But like Coach said, it wasn't all going to come. It still hasn't all came. Like, I just had to play minute by minute, get my feet up under me, and just continue to do everything right for the team.
During the whole process, different injuries heal, but the bottom of the foot and the muscular part of it, is it frustrating to have to go through that long, kind of tedious process to get back?
Yeah, it was frustrating. It's like I couldn't shoot, couldn't run. I really had to sit down and rest and be patient and smart about it.
How comfortable did you feel tonight on the floor?
I mean, in the midst of the game, like I really didn't feel any pain while I was in the game. It was just, like Coach said, I haven't been able to condition, so it was just the tired part. But
They had you, when you were on the bench, you were doing some rolling exercises that just kind of keep the circulation, keep the kind of hot.
Yeah, it's a tennis ball now. It massages out like the tear in the foot. So.
He was initially diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, and I think that's what it was initially. But I think the second time it actually became a muscle tear at the bottom of his foot, which is excruciatingly painful. That is a painful injury, and that's why tomorrow will be a recovery day, and then he's going to have to hit it Monday and Tuesday. We play Wednesday, but after that we don't play again until the following Wednesday, so that comes at a good time for us, for him and our team. Because I think we're the only team in the league that hasn't had a bye week yet, and plus we've had a 5- and a 6-day road trip. Those are tough trips.
You hit on this earlier, Kel, but just his presence alone and having him, is this a completely different team? I mean, it just changes the dynamic of things.
I think so. You just don't snap your fingers or start sprinkling magic dust and make your team tough. You make your team tough by recruiting tough players. Devin Davis is a warrior. He's a tough kid. One of the things that keeps him from being as hard-nosed and tough is he'll get fatigued now. So I've got to do a good job. I tried to not let him go more than 2 1/2. Kelvin was doing a good job on the bench and watching him and saying, get him out. Every time I heard Kelvin say, get him out, I tried to get somebody to the bench for him. But what screwed me up one time was when Chicken got hurt. I was trying to alternate those 2 guys. And before Chicken was having to play all the minutes, and that's why Chicken was, really dragged in the last 5 minutes of games without Devin, because we don't have another guy like that. But with Kyle starting to play better, now you got Devin and Chicken that can rest each other. Then normally I go small. I didn't go small one time tonight, and that's the first time we've done that since he's been out. I mean, we've been playing small so much because our backup 4 has been docked, and that's where we've been getting killed on the boards. So this just changes things for us.
What are your thoughts on the 9 p.m. tip-off?
I feel bad for our fans, especially fans that's got children who want to go to church tomorrow. Thought about that before the game. If you got young kids getting home, getting to bed, get up and go to church tomorrow. What time? It's 11:30. A lot of our fans, they may live out in Sugar Land or Pearl Land. Who knows where they got to drive to? They get home with traffic, midnight. I don't know why this game couldn't have been played any time from noon until 7. Is there that many games? I mean, we couldn't have fit a time slot in there somewhere. But I just feel bad for our fans. I think our crowd would have been bigger if it had been an afternoon game. And, you look at all these afternoon games. There's a lot of games this afternoon. But our fans are more likely to come watch us play at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there, than have to wait until 9 o'clock at night and get home at midnight or there somewhere around there. So, not a big fan. I feel like Gonzaga. I feel like a West Coast team.
Anything else?
Thank you.